If anything, I'm judging everybody else because I think the king is right, and the king is right as it turns out, and no one's listening.
Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Benjamin. Thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you both. Cynthia, I love Eloise on People That You Hate in the Wedding. I love that character that you played before. But let's talk about Lord of the Rings. I think this time you have like a dark tone, but there is a little bit of humor there. What we can expect of season 2, Cynthia?
I think, this season definitely is darker. That's come up a lot because obviously we are exploring evil and evil in all its forms and how that affects people. But I think in order to not be completely overwhelmed by the darkness, you need to have that little ray of light, something that is hopeful, something that people are sort of going toward and fighting for. And so for Miriel this season, she starts in a very dark place. A very challenged place, and so really she's going to be navigating those challenges and hopefully rise above. But all of the characters in their own way are all kind of on these individual journeys with lots of things thrown in their path, and it's really going to be the enjoyment of seeing how they work their way out of these situations. And it's a really intense season. The stakes have been raised. But I think the audience is really in for a wild ride for sure.
Absolutely. And Benjamin, you also nailed your singing on Comic-Con. Was amazing. Perfect.
You're giving me a heads up that I was going to do that. I thought that was one of those things we're saving for. That'll be a spoiler. They'll never bring that up. I don't need to review the song. But sure enough.
It was great.
Well, it worked out.
It was amazing. So it's easier for you to play a character that is already established than when you get a project that is a new character. Is it easier for you like that or no?
I think this character is unique in the sense that, sure, it's one thing to be established, but one of the main joys of playing Gil-galad is that I get to go back to the books repeatedly. There's so much to glean from the source material, and that part of my job is they pay me to read Tolkien, and I can't think of a better job.
Yeah, that's amazing. Also, that question is for both of you. Have you ever judged your characters and their actions? Yeah, Cynthia.
Yeah, I think it's tough because I think we all have such ownership over our characters. You really I think you talked about this earlier, where you're doing all of this research. So there's what's in the text, but then emotionally, you're really trying to understand your character and try to see where you maybe align with them, even where you've maybe faced a similar situation or emotionally understand what's going on. And so it's hard to judge. I feel like I have to understand her. So I don't feel like I can sort of hold a judgment to her because I've got to make sense of why she's doing what she's doing and why she's making the choices she's making. So for me individually, I can't hold judgment for her because I understand her, and I have to understand her intimately, I feel like, in order to portray her.
And for you, Benjamin?
If anything, I'm judging everybody else because I think the king is right, and the king is right as it turns out, and no one's listening. So if anything, I'm judging everyone else for being so short-sighted and so deaf to my protestations, frankly.
That's amazing. I just want to...
None of this would have happened.
Exactly. I just want to thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to meet you both, and a lot of success. And I cannot wait to watch the remaining of the episodes. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. If you like to support or continue to support Jana on Camera, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos.